back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch. And yes, like Alicia's Cup says, welcome to the shit show. We got front row Bill to my left, your right. We got Alicia down here in the smoking section or whatever she's doing down here. Who knows? How's everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful. How about you?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't seen you since then. And to the TNI fam in the chat.
How was everyone's
you had a
turkey day?
good holiday.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Awesome. Everyone stays safe.
Oh, yes. As safe as safe can be. Although I was very busy after Thanksgiving. Oh, I think my turkey was still settling, J-Bone. And then I went to WrestleCade, which started on Black Friday. So it was a busy weekend. That was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
oh my goodness.
It was a long holiday week.
Jeez. Any quick stories you want to tell from that?
Well, went to the VIP reception on Friday night, and that was the with the swing man. So got my swinger shirt, was hanging with the swing. I may have a pic of the swing man that I can show the crowd.
You post it
was
on
good.
Instagram?
Obviously, there was for those of you that are unaware, there may have been a time machine involved. So tomorrow night, not sure if we're going to do. Hopefully, we're going to do a review. I don't know if we'll be right after, but there's IPWF on Impact Plus tomorrow night.
There is.
That's exciting.
Extra insight into that in the old time machine. So there was that, but then a lot of other good shows. But see if I can find my picture while you guys talk among yourselves.
Rayline with the bits. Thanks much, brother. Alicia, how was your holiday? Everything go well?
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. Spent it with Stefan's family, and we had an air-fried turkey.
Oh.
It was good. It was the most, it looked like PCO cooking in that thing. I'll have to post a picture of it, and I'll explain, because it's like, it seems like a weird statement to make, I guess. Is that it's like an upstanding thing that you drop the turkey in, right? So it looks like a oil deep fryer, but it's an air fryer. But they had all these thermometers placed into it, so it's like all these wires, so it looked like it was PCO getting charged up. I don't know.
Oh, that's hilarious. I've had a deep fried turkey before.
Yes.
And that was, oh my God, it feels like I was like 15, 12, 20 years ago at this point.
Gotta be very careful. They're dangerous. But do you know what also is dangerous? Bell's Boy with the $10 super chat. Oh! Happy holidays, TNI team. Where's Ash? Laugh out loud. Well, I guess Mr. Regal and Young are both returning up north, eh? Love your office, J-Bone, and your dark brown, Miss Alicia.
Thank you.
And I guess the old British boot camp is just, chopped liver these days after a couple weeks. But that's okay, Bells.
Everyone loves the British boot camp.
But it's looking great. You got figs everywhere, J-Bone.
Yeah, it's Fig City, except this might all be changing soon, but I'm not going to get into all the technical stuff.
I thought I was co-hosting with Ethan Page right now. Or maybe Matt Cardona.
Yeah, I robbed his house, and this is what I got. No, I'm kidding. Kevin Martin in the chat. Good evening. Hope all is well with you and your travels. No,
but
Paul.
Since Bellsboy was asking, like, if hopefully he's been checking it out, but he can catch our new show on the network, J-Bone with Ash, the We Talk Indie show.
Yes, right now it's only every other week, and it's on a Tuesday. So there wasn't one. There wasn't one this week.
Right.
There'll be one next week. And of course, it kind of depends on the holidays too, I'm sure, depending on where stuff lands. But thanks, Randline. New Bone Manor. Yeah, it's a work in progress forever. But yes, Ash's show with her crew. It's We Talk Indies. So the last episode is on the channel. Please give the new crew some love and leave them a comment. Give it a view.
A like, a subscribe, hit the bell.
Yes, yes. Where's the dead guy
go? People want to know, J-Bone. I want to know.
That's the real question. Is they're not asking about.
Is he with PCO?
You talk about Manny Bones?
Manny Bones.
That's what I thought of.
Is he in a desert somewhere?
Did he go up north?
Manny Bones is dead and bloated. No, he's right on the other side here. Sorry, Alicia. Sorry. Wow. Should have known that was coming. She's like, carry on.
Hey, you get that reaction now. As Kevin Martin says, what about that ending?
Oh my God!
There might be someone wanted for murder. I would assume, but
there was almost a few murders on this show tonight.
Impact. Well, it's Impact, so
it's Impact Wrestling. There's always somebody getting shanked.
That's the undead realm has seen quite a few people pass.
Scott D'Amore looked like he was about to murder Bully Ray, and Diener shanked EY. Jiminy Christmas! I mean,
I have so many questions.
So yeah, there's a lot to break down tonight, but Bill, I hope you got that jingle ready because we've got a lot of news to get.
Oh, 'tis the season, J-Bone.
It is.
I'm jingle jangling all the way.
Oh my!
Well, speaking of that, we'll get into our sponsor after the news.
Yes.
So let's get a little J-Bone's news.
Jiminy Christmas!
And now, the routine that you've been waiting for. This holiday season, it's J-Bone's news. Happy Thanksgiving.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
I'm reading the chat here. Bonus Baby says, EY asked for it. So is it really a murder?
Where's Dr. Kevorkian when you need him?
Oh my God. It's just madness. All right. J-Bone's news. Well, shoot. It's all over the cover here. What do we cover first? Let's talk about some contract situations in the company, shall we? And there's even more to dive into as we've looked at this episode. But definitely some positive news here. We have someone new, and I'm assuming he's going to be joining the X division. Please, if I botch this name, because I've botched it before, please just correct me. J with an I, Vidal.
Vidal.
Vidal. It's like Vidal Sassoon. His hair is tremendous as well. He is joining the Impact roster. He has signed a multi-year deal. And it was first reported. I want to make sure I get this correct, so I'm going to.
There you go.
Jump on the news page. It was first reported by Out Sports, I believe.
Yes.
Kevin Martin says Vidal. Okay.
Like the computer?
Like that. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, so Jay Vidal is the first openly gay man to be contracted with Impact Wrestling. So, hey, congrats, man. It's great news. We've been talking about him for a while now. Within the last few visits that Impact Wrestling has made to the Vegas area, Jay is big in what is it, FSW?
Yeah, Future Stars of Wrestling.
Future
Very
Stars of
similar
Wrestling.
path that Chris Bay. Like we would see him just in Vegas.
Yes.
Like the first 2 sets of taping, then they brought him on board. So good to see the hard work paying off for Jay.
Hard work does pay off. He is a former champion in FSW as well, just like Chris Bay. So, yeah, it's, that stuff does get noticed. And the people, the higher-ups in Impact Wrestling are always keeping tabs on certain ones that do, outshine certain others in the indie scene. So it's great. It's always, this company is always evolving. That's one thing that I think we've said. I don't know how many times we've said it, at least twice a month now. People come in, people go. It's a crazy year in professional wrestling in general. So any other thoughts on Jay joining the company?
It's exciting.
Yes. No, very cool. And I think sometimes you see, obviously we haven't seen Jay really wrestle a lot in Impact Wrestling. His has been more of a character, like backstage segments,
this is true.
outside the ring. Like latest we saw was more like a valet type role, manager role. And I think that's something that's maybe not as easy as even an in-ring performer making the transition. So already, can bring in some character, has like an it factor, is definitely something you want to capitalize on. So that'll be a good signing, and we'll see where it goes. You see Impact, pretty much a lot of the people they brought in lately have worked out pretty well for them. So congratulations to Jay, and who knows how soon maybe we'll see him as soon as the next set of tapings, or at least obviously by Vegas in the new year. But I would think sometime in between that. But sometimes you hear people sign and you don't see them for a couple rounds, so it might not be immediate.
Right, and I don't know exactly what they're doing between now and the holidays. I know they've got a stop down in Florida as well, which is probably going to be the last set of tapings before Hard to Kill, I'm guessing.
Yeah, next weekend. So right here, I see Mayor saying he may not have a chance to make those ones. Hopefully you can, but if not, Mayor, definitely. Well, the good news is for people in Florida, they'll be back in Florida in January as well. So tickets on sale now.
Are you going to be front row for the Florida tapings, Bill?
I will be. I have confirmed my trip to Florida. I usually do not miss Florida. I do like going to Florida, Vegas. So Florida is in the cards. I'm still getting all the details because I decided to make this upcoming one more of a vacation. I'm going to stay an extra couple days.
Nice.
So I'm going to actually go into Orlando, drive out to the Fort Lauderdale area, stay one night out there, go back, hit the old theme parks, like the old Impact Zone for a couple days.
There you go.
Exciting.
Are you driving down to Florida?
No, flying down to Orlando.
Oh, okay. I know you do some
travel. And then driving. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I just did obviously the Kentucky tapings I drove to, and then I just drove down to North Carolina for WrestleCade this past weekend. So
you've done some driving this year in 2022. Yeah. You even drove to Chicago straight through.
I did drive to Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, so
take a little bit of a break
dedicated.
from the drive.
Well, dedicated is definitely a word.
Actually,
you're such a fan.
The next big drive is probably Windsor next year.
Jeez, that's going to be fun though.
Yeah.
Are you going solo, or is you going?
Right now, definitely. Obviously, I know people that will be there, but
you're right. The travel will be solo.
Yeah. But yeah, right now it'll be solo. So a lot of me and my radio.
Yeah.
Nice. Good time to listen to some podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Paul, late February is Las Vegas, the return to Las Vegas.
There you go. Yeah, they already got that book. That's awesome. Yeah, well, they've had great response there, so it's nice when you can get that booked in advance, and you know when they're coming back. All right, so congrats to Jay Vidal, and let's talk about Tasha Steeles. They announced that she has re-signed for another extended contract.
Very cool. Very cool.
That is great news.
That's what's up.
Now, I think I also heard. Now, take this with a grain of salt. I heard some rumblings about Deonna Purrazzo's contract possibly being up by the end of the year, but she's making an appearance for Impact Wrestling in the new year. So maybe she's done a contract extension, but certainly no details. I don't know if you guys have heard anything.
It's one of those things. It feels like with certain Impact talents, the dirt sheets always like to say somebody's contracts expire. Well, they do it with all talent. I know there's other companies where people are like, they signed 3-year deals. Oh, wait, their contract's over in the span of about 24 hours. So none of these people really know anything until it's official. So I would just wait until it gets announced. Obviously, people we're seeing coming and going right now in the company as it is. But I think obviously the knockouts, that's been a big focus of the company for forever, but especially lately. And obviously with the stuff going on as we see tonight, and Deonna's she's been promoting the Florida tapings and all that. I still think Deonna is going to be here for at least the foreseeable future. No reason to think elsewise. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, somebody's best friend went somewhere, so they got to leave. Okay. Absolutely
no. What you really mean is if you have any affiliation with the E, you're going bye-bye.
If you've ever been
there,
there,
doesn't matter where you've been.
Yeah, right. I don't think that's necessarily everyone. But
that's not. It's impossible.
I know Trips is trying to make up for
lost time.
No, I use the saying, say sins of the father. From what he did, a couple of years ago. So. Yeah, who knows who's doing what, but
our business.
Yeah, and hey, if you can get that money, go get that money. I
get that bag.
I ain't mad at you. Seriously, I ain't mad at you. If you can get paid, go get paid.
Yeah, by all means.
That's the wrestling business. That's why they call it the wrestling business. That's what it
Not
is.
friendness.
Right. It's like the late great Scott Hall says, I got plenty of friends. I like to make some money. Or he said something like that. However that went. But so congrats to Tasha Steeles. We saw her on the episode tonight. We'll get into that a little later. Let's just for the sake of speculation a little bit. We were just talking about Deonna Purrazzo a little bit. People are already talking about it in the chat. Mm-hmm. And we can bounce around. We don't have to go from A to Z when we're doing review. But let's talk about what happened with Eric Young. Then we'll wrap up the news. Do we think now? I have no contract information or anything, unless anyone else knows anything. But do we think that this is a writing off of Eric Young to possibly go back up north?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, in Impact fashion, they murderized the guy right off air. So maybe possibility.
Ronin Blue. Oh, Bill, let's quick discuss this. Let's get this out of the way.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
The big questions.
This is the big money question right here. Thank you, Ronin Blue, for the $1.99 super chat. J-Bone, is Triple H bringing you up north? Look, the ink hasn't even dried on the paper. No, I'm kidding. No, no. The only up north I'm going is if I go on vacation up to Door County, and no, I'm not even doing that this time of year because Door County is pretty much closed. No, I'm. But thank you for the super chat, you goof. We love you. All right, back to EY.
What would they have you do?
I can make a mean cup of coffee.
There you go. I was just gonna say put you in the audience so you could look mildly confused.
Some coffee for you, Mr. Paul Levesque.
Levesque. So EY.
Yes, EY. We know that Triple H is bringing back several people who have been let go over the course of the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
This round or that round of let go, layoffs, whatever you want to call it, during the pandemic. And I know that from what I've heard in interviews, I believe Eric said he had a great relationship with Trips.
Mm-hmm.
EY was very upset when Vince let him go, and I'll repeat what EY said in many interviews. If you don't know what to do in 3 hours of television and not put a guy like EY somewhere in the program, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And if they got the opportunity to bring him back and he says yes, like I said, man, go get paid.
Hopefully for him, because I think that's a guy that isn't all about just getting paid. I think he actually wants to be used in some capacity.
Oh, sure. About wrestling, for sure.
All power to everyone that just wants to check. But hopefully for him, he actually does get used. And I'll give credit. It seems like the dirt sheets are all acting like they're breaking news tonight. I think everyone just held it under their hat because obviously if you were at the tapings in Vegas, you already knew this happened. But it's good that they didn't really put it out there. So kudos to holding it.
It's great storytelling too. This whole thing with Violent by Design from start to finish. And if it means that Diener's taking over now with this next chapter with this new crew of Angels and Big Con, hey, I'm here for it. So let's wrap up the news by talking about this brand new international deal that they announced.
Well, let's get this Bell's Boy.
Oh, Bell's Boy, yes.
With another super sticker. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Don't forget the deal, guys and gal. J-Bone to WWE, confirmed.
Confirmed, yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah. This is my last week. I'll be attacking.
The coach don't like what you're saying, J-Bone.
Yeah.
Impact Wrestling!
Well, as long as he doesn't, throw his jacket and a number of chairs at me like he did tonight. Holy crap.
Keep throwing them.
Oh, that was rich. That was absolutely rich. But yeah, 170 plus countries for this new international distribution deal. Now, it does not include the U.S. It's pretty much everywhere outside of the U.S., most of Europe.
International.
And then there's more details in the press release. If you watch us from, outside of the U.S., somewhere in Europe or another country, check out the details. If you don't have Impact in your area and you want to watch Impact Wrestling, hey, maybe DAZN is for you. So
especially if you're maybe a lot of audio listeners, because this will not affect the countries that are watching like the show on YouTube via the YouTube Ultimate Insider. If you are already getting that, you can still get that. It won't affect you. But for some reason, you didn't have access to it. Now you will via DAZN. And according to Tom Hannafin on the show tonight, that includes the live specials. So, and then I know there's debate. Does that mean you get the live specials later or the live specials when they're happening? Not really clear yet. We'll see how that happens. But I'm sure at some point they'll try it, because I know DAZN normally internationally has like live boxing fights, MMA, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure if they don't have some of these things now, it's at least a huge platform going forward to be able to accomplish a lot of that. So it is definitely very big news for Impact Wrestling.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I read in the press release something about the pay-per-views show up like a week or a month later or something like that. So like, and then that's like the big four that they do. So the monthly split.
That's sort of like how the Ultimate Insider. So it might be very similar to the Ultimate Insiders package in a way, but
there you go.
Unknown.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just it's getting to the point where it's like, don't complain that you can't watch Impact Wrestling, because it's everywhere now,
Well, yeah, I think we've stopped listening to people say they can't do it. There's so many avenues. If you just don't want to, that's just a talking point for a non.
Oh, sure.
Impact Trolls.
I can't find it. Well, can you find your elbow?
you went high right there, J-Bud.
I wonder if they're still looking up TNA. That's why they can't find it.
Well, that's I almost think everybody that says that is, where can I find TNA? Nowhere. It's dead. It's been gone for years.
It's not a thing.
Jeff Jarrett's trying to bring it back down south with Jay Lethal. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So
you have a strange brain.
Right. I love Double J. He's got that hustle, man, forever. Any other news I might have missed?
Not that I see.
Get into the show. We'll bring up stuff if needed. If anyone wants to discuss any topics, feel free to throw it in the chat as we go through, or put it in the comments later if you're not watching live.
Yeah, Mayor, they got a deal in India, so they don't need DAZN in India. Don't they have a TV deal in India?
Yeah, that's the Sony 6 deal, correct?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Sony 6. Yeah, it covers other places too, isn't it? Internationally, or that part of the world, at least.
They got a lot. They got a lot going on. So, and we'll see. I'm sure as time goes on, they'll maybe fit in certain areas via different ways. So, just hey, speaking of, there's our good friend Daniel Spencer in the chat.
There he is. Man, Daniel
Took
Spencer.
a bump on tonight's episode.
He had his hands full. Oh, man. Daniel Spencer, are you going to be in town this weekend? And when I say in town...
Oh, I got to imagine he's there for that.
For Blizzard Brawl.
The one that's like in your backyard, J-Bone?
Well, not in my backyard anymore.
Anymore. It was.
It was literally 10 minutes away from my house. But
Oh, speaking of Daniel Spencer,
nice.
And I know from previous experience, there's a very good chance he's coming back right now from an OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling taping. And I just want to say congratulations to the new OVW world champion, our very own Shira.
Oh, nice. That is tremendous news. Good for him.
Good stuff.
That is certainly
can't forget Shira.
That is certainly a sign that he is improving, especially in the eyes of someone like Al Snow, because he runs that place.
Yeah, and if he isn't
Odark? Because he's also owes my money?
Yeah, he'd be owing somebody.
There you
go. But congrats to him. Yeah. So he is the the Lion of Impact Wrestling.
For sure.
So yeah, let's dive into tonight's Impact Wrestling. Oh my goodness, what a show!
I've got notes.
We got notes.
I'm trying to be responsible and do a better job. Man.
You're fine, Alicia. We like what you're doing. All right, so Bully Ray kicks off the episode.
Oh, the heat!
Oh God, I have so many notes.
So much heat, and I was cracking up on the way to the ring. He stops. I don't know if you caught this. He stops, looks at this kid, and this kid was like,
"Poor kid,
you can get out of here." And then he looks down, he looks away, and he looks back up like, "Oh, you're still here." Oh, and gives him a thumbs down or whatever he does. And I couldn't tell if this kid was just like so disinterested or if he was terrified of Bully. Just the look on this little kid's face.
He looked like he was just trying to avoid eye contact.
Right.
Like I hope this is over soon.
He's just kind of like, oh, this is really getting uncomfortable. Oh, it's so funny.
Bully has no problem getting into it with fans of any kind of show.
Oh,
he's a true old school heel.
He is. Yeah. Yeah, he's done that a billion times before. Absolutely. So he gets in the ring and he's talking about Josh Alexander.
I will say this though, because you had the boos going, obviously.
Yeah.
But I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's some other people that may have been there. I thought they didn't come off loud enough because I think they were louder there than they were on the TV. Because I thought it would be almost deafening from what was heard. But it's still good seeing everyone and hearing the boos. But it felt there like it was even louder, unless my section was just bringing it.
It also depends on how loud the music comes over too.
It does.
And I think that's what the issue was, is you heard the music like over the people.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
so it could have been a little drained out, more via TV.
But they were zooming in on people that the heat was absolutely there.
Yeah, Kevin Martin, one of those guys. You may have seen him during parts of this.
Oh yeah,
around with his camera.
He was a camera guy. Great to see Kevin on the show. So he's talking about Josh Alexander. He says that Josh Alexander is not going to be around for a few weeks because he starts tapping his head. He's like, yeah, he had a little trauma. It's like,
I wonder how that happens.
Just a little, yeah. Right. And then he was saying that Josh Alexander's not too smart. He's going on and on and on. Oh, man. And he was pissing off that audience. He's like, I'm going to talk real slow so you can all understand me.
That ain't right.
Oh, just so much heat. Thoughts on this promo, and then we'll get into what happened next.
Bill, you go first.
Classic Bully Ray. Ray. This is his calling card. Thank you, Brian Field, for the super sticker. Appreciate
Thank you, Brian. Much love, brother.
But if you know Bully, if you've seen his, which he made sure to tell you, remember who he is, J-Bone. During his first go around, and I couldn't help but even chuckle at some of it, like when he brings up Brooke Hogan.
That was great.
Bit. Like that. Like he is one of those guys that's like a heel that you do like to boo.
He's a gross guy heel.
Like
that's someone I would avoid in a bar.
Like he crosses lines intentionally because he Like he'll kind of, and he makes sure like he always, every time he cuts a promo, he'll run down a couple people in the audience specifically. Like he'll go after specific people in the audience and go like to get the heat. So yeah, that's what he does. It's old school. And that's who he is. That's who he is. Yeah. So now we're seeing the real Bully Ray, obviously. The one we saw since his return at Bound for Glory, that was nostalgia, more like the up north Bully. But this is the Bully that we've come to expect in Impact Wrestling. So I actually prefer to see this Bully because now you can see everybody go after Bully, and that's the best way to see him. See him
more genuine.
You see Bully doing his thing, and then the good guys of Impact going after him. So, but this was a good way start the show, get the heat on Bully. Mission accomplished. And then we'll talk about a little later somebody else's promo that kind of mimics this promo, which is also entertaining.
Oh yeah. Alicia, anything to add on that?
I'll just read you my notes. Bully Ray rambles on. Weren't we supposed to trust this guy? Tommy said so.
Tommy, come on,
Tommy. Now he's a big old son of a bitch. What the fuck is happening? Where's Tommy? It gets better. Where's Curry Man when you need him? Rich Swann comes out and starts jumping Bully Ray, which I want to point out that one of the announcers called him Rick Swann towards the end of the match.
Oops.
Old Rick.
Old Rick Swann.
Ricky.
I did talk to Rich Swann for a while this past weekend. He had the little baby with him at the convention, so it was
that's wonderful.
For a while.
Rich is good people.
How's baby doing?
Baby was doing good. Baby is used to all like the commotion and all by being like around the business, so like sleeping while all this craziness is going on. So,
oh wow, they
got lucky.
Good baby.
yeah, nice and calm.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. So Tommy really had the audacity to act like he's surprised Bully isn't a nice guy. Scott D is ready to whip Bully's ass, and Daniel Spencer gets shoved.
Oh, Daniel Spencer.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Spencer. Jeez.
I paid attention.
He's taking paid attention. It's Daniel Spencer taking a bump. Yeah. The bumperoonie.
Spencer, man, that bump card, it's getting full right now.
This segment was one of those segments where it's like, what the hell's going on here? And then it's like, it can't get any crazier. And then it just leveled like a fucking onion. Just like towards the end, I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, I in the live reaction, I was like, okay. You know, Rich Swann comes out. Oh wait, they're supposed to have a match. Okay, I'm waiting for the ref to come down. It starts getting even more out of hand. Tommy comes down, then Scott comes down. So because I didn't watch the extra footage that was released from the end of Overdrive, but
that's what I was referring to on our review.
Right. You were talking about how Scott came down and gave Bully an earful, and they were like nose to nose or something to that effect. And I was like, okay, so from what you had told me, I was like, okay, that's all I need to know. But then watching this, I'm like, oh, this is just a continuation. Like Scott's just
he's living.
He's flipping losing it.
He was ready to go.
He's throwing a chair. He was whipping it with his jacket.
I love when he throws the watch. Like when he's this watch is coming off.
And he's undoing his sleeves. The jacket goes flying. He's following him around the ring. Tommy's trying to calm down Bully Ray, and he's trying to hold back Scott D'Amore at the same flipping time. And they're just making their way around towards Bill. And I'm like, what? they're censoring everything. You're a son of a bitch. And gives the mic to Scott. What am I? It's you're a son of a bitch. I was losing it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is great. Right?
It's a long segment too, and especially if you think it started with him talking and then going into the match with Rich and all the stuff that went over. That was like, I felt like tonight's show was short, but it was just all these crazy events kind of combined into all these segments. So
right, it's ramping up other stuff, and just if it's not ramping up a feud, it's just giving more heat on the people that need more heat. So
for sure,
mission accomplished, but yeah, I love this. I wrote to wrap this up, I wrote absolute insanity.
Facts.
Come up here, come say hello.
We have Cass.
Say hello. It's Oreo. She hears Papa talking and she's like, you're getting loud, what the hell's going on? So she's got to check it out. We get a segment then from Trey Miguel. I loved this. Pardon the cat ass next to my head here. So Alicia
we can't forget that Rich Swann actually won the match.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he won it by DQ, but yeah. So, that's one thing I really did not talk about was the match itself. So, pardon me for not saying it, just because everything else just kind of completely calamity. Yes, yeah. We're not talking about the juice either.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wait, that's something else. Never mind. Trey Miguel and his promo. What did Mayor write in the live chat? Says Tupac called, he wants his leather vest back or something like that. I was like, what the heck? So this is like a brand new beginning, a heel turn for Trey Miguel. I'm enjoying this.
Because he spray painted the belt.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I dig some old school references. It was actually green, and it kind of, was like a la DX in a way, but he did the T and the M like he does in his entrance.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask, what did he spray paint?
Right. It's like, if you don't know his entrance, right? Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it's the T and then the M was over the best. So the whole thing's green now.
It's good. I think it's good. We're going to get a villainous Trey Miguel. It's something we haven't seen out of him. And every superhero gets a villain arc. So, let's check it out, huh?
Yeah, especially with all of his gear where he obviously was Spider Trey, but then he had the Venom.
Oh, so, yeah.
Tell he's been playing around with the characters. So then this should be interesting to see him in this new role, which we haven't really seen in Impact.
He would be a cool Deadpool, I'm just saying. Anti-hero.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something different for Trey, and I like I said in the live reaction, it's Trey needed something. I don't know what, but it's like you can only do so much as one individual doing the same thing for a while. Yes, he had a great X Division championship run, but it's like, all right, then what else do you do? It's so this just feels like the next logical step, turn him heel, see what else he could do. And I've seen the Rascals get nasty before in the AAW in Trench Company. So but I was without Trey, so but I know it's not completely out of the realm of this ever happening. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Then we get Moose versus Bhupinder Gujjar. Your guys' thoughts on this?
I thought Bhupinder had a chance.
Ooh.
He gave him a little bit of a run for his money, huh?
Well, and especially following the promo, he got a little revenge, which was great to see.
Yeah, like he kind of Bhupinder had a nice. He was right there with Moose throughout that first half of the match until he got some stuff on the outside, like when Moose put him through the hardest part of the ring on the outside. That really slowed him down. Yeah. But no, it was a good match, a good showing. Bhupinder in a losing effort. But then we got that promo cut from Moose after the match. And kind of talking about like doing the same thing. He knew about Bully Ray. He said it. He said, "Don't trust Bully Ray," because he is the scumbag. Not Kyle.
Oh yeah, gimmick infringement.
Serious gimmick infringement.
He does something, J-Bone. He says his name, and who appears?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
If you guys saw the Team TNI UK show from Wednesday, the last I'd say about 15 minutes are all Joe Hendry. It's just absolute. It was absolutely hilarious. I think they played that clip about 24 times.
Enough to make it like you're listening to the song almost.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, if this video doesn't get flagged, I don't know what's
because we have to fill it in with our bad singing, J-Bone.
Oh yeah, wave your hands, wave your hands from side to side. I'll rap it. I ain't gonna sing it.
Now J-Bone's around.
Is Joe Hendry going to ruin Moose's life?
Oh, he does ruin people's lives sometimes.
But they're happy about it.
They enjoy it.
I thought maybe it was just that glimmer in my heart of hope that Joe Hendry inspires in me. But I thought for a brief minute that Moose was going to be like, you know what, man? I believe. And they were going to make a mega team or something. I don't know.
I believe.
I don't know where my brain went with that one. I believe in miracles with Joe Hendry, dude.
Well, he even said to Moose, he's like, that it sounds like a cry for help. He put his hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, I thought Moose would be like, yeah, you know what, man? It's true. But nope.
But Moose is just like,
I'll have to dream another day.
Yeah. Moose don't need no Joe Hendry. And then he turns around and he gets a spear from Bhupinder for his troubles. It was hilarious. I loved it. So if this is turning into a Moose versus Joe Hendry feud, give it to me.
Yeah, let's see how it rolls. I'm so curious as to how they're two drastically different characters, you know what I mean? And their ideas of mind games are very different.
Yeah, I think that speaks to maybe what they think of Joe. Obviously, he's already digital media champion, but that he's now being put in a feud with Moose. Usually, Moose gives a really good rub to whoever he's working with in a feud, especially
he's a great worker.
So I think that's going to be just gangbusters. And speaking of gangbusters, guess who is in the chat? David Penzer,
the best ring announcer in his house.
Hopefully, you will all tune in tomorrow night to see me take over to IPWF. The territory is mine.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what's up.
Maybe it might be a late night show. I'll be ready to go live. I'll be ready. IPWF has to be reviewed. Throwback Throwdown 3 tomorrow, J-Bone. I'm in.
I think I might have it in me to do some but now, do we have to jump in the time machine to do this? Because I hear it's
J-Bone. I want you going in the time machine. Be like Johnny Swinger for one night only.
Oh, I can do that.
There you go. You can do that. Now, David Penzer, I did see that you had to cancel the appearance because Alicia, he was actually going to be in Tom's River, New Jersey, at Standalone, but he has, I believe, the laryngitis. So hopefully gets over that in time for
speedy
next
recovery.
week. So yes, get the proper fluids to help with the vocals.
There you go.
And good luck in trying to take over the IPWF territory. You're going to need it.
I believe in you.
We believe in Dave Penzer.
There you go.
Somebody in the chat earlier was saying we believe in Jabroni.
Jay Brony?
Jay Brony, yeah. It's hilarious.
Good shit.
I love it. Crazy. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna like extend Moose versus Bhupinder. If this is gonna turn into Joe versus Moose. I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, should be good.
And I noticed that Moose's back has been taped up a lot lately, and I know he's making an appearance in.
That it was bronchitis, so yeah, definitely feel better.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Walter
Safe
Chestnut
travels.
rules.
Hope you feel. Walter Chestnut. Oh, is that his character in IPWF?
Well, yeah, if you look, they've put out more of the matches and stuff for IPWF, so definitely take a look. Have a good time tomorrow night.
Okay. Now
put your feet up, have some Jiffy Pop, sit back.
Some Jiffy Pop. Well, I know I got some popcorn. I don't know if I can find some Jiffy Pop.
That's like
maybe relax. If get comfortable, maybe get your Manscaped out.
Oh,
for you're very comfortable while you're watching Throwback Throwdown. Don't act like you're from that time era. Trim up, clean down there, and get everything taken care of neatly with Manscaped. Promo code TNI. Free shipping. 20% off.
Not bad. Not
bad at all. Use it to pay for Impact Plus and watch IPWF.
There you go. It's what's the holiday season without some some good throwback stuff,
You gotta have throwbacks. Gotta have
some throwback. Yeah. So throwback that hair, get rid of it with Manscaped.
You see what J-Bone did? He got rid of it all.
Tuned it out. It works.
It works.
It works.
It's got a flashlight.
It does. And let me tell you, that flashlight works.
You never know when you need it.
I've used it to get down my hallways during a power outage once or twice. It's got a good light. Got a good distance. I don't know where we moved to, but dude, like we get power outages if the wind blows a certain direction. Okay, yes, it works. I mean, the buzzing sounds kind of annoying, but
well, at least you know it's on.
It's got a good distance on it.
That is so.
But speaking of going the distance, J-Bone, we go backstage with Gia Miller and Mike Bailey next.
Mike Bailey, yeah. Speedball. And he's confident that he would have won that match against Trey Miguel. If
it wasn't for that Kenny King.
That Kenny King. King. So yeah, that's a feud that's going to be brewing for a while. I'm here for it.
Just a heads up for Mike Bailey, this past weekend at the WrestleCade, definitely was in the match of the weekend. So always look out for Mike Bailey. It's because pretty much when he's on Impact or even any indie shows out there, he's usually stealing the show. So make sure to go out of your way if you see Mike Bailey's on something on TV with a company, or if it's at a local show that he might be on. Definitely check it out. Oh, David Penzer, what a question here. Who on the panel trims up the most? Well, according to a person that's not here to speak for themselves, I think Trent would say he trimmed up the most. Because he cut a long promo that he trimmed everything. It was all gone.
It's like he started and he couldn't stop himself.
Yeah, like he just started, just kept on going.
He made a whole nother Trent with what was left.
Now, J-Bone actually had shaved part of the goatee on the show. Like, we have visible evidence of it.
Oh yeah. I just saw it work. Trent's like, you're gonna have us lose viewers. I'm like, I gotta demonstrate how good this works. That mustache, boom, gone.
So there was that.
I'm not answering that fucking question. How about that?
I just do pruning. That's all I do.
Pruning. Wow.
Just take a little off the top.
It's a little off the. There you go. But one thing I can tell you for a fact is that with the ceramic part of the trimmer, it helps prevent nicks. And I can speak
nicks in the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, nicks in the nooks and crannies. I haven't had a nick since I got it. It's the best trimmer I ever had. So,
oh wait, speaking of Justin Miller, thank you for the 999 sticker. What a moment to tune in on.
So who trims the most? You know what? It's probably going to be either me or Trent, because we're both just sexy furry beasts. So.
See, we need the sound bite. It's not wrestling related, but a very famous sports sound bite with the college code that goes, "I'm a man. I'm 40."
I'm sorry.
There you go.
But
Alicia, it's great to know that you use it too.
Yeah.
Well, I got one sent to me, so
if you get it, you got to use it.
I gotta use it. My husband already had one.
They say if you don't use it, you lose it.
But now here's the question of the episode: when you got your new equipment, Alicia,
Yes.
was your husband jealous?
No.
Well, deep down he was. Everybody would be.
Deep down.
Maybe a little bit, because I got the bigger package. Let me explain. I got all the nose hair trimmer thing and the underwear and the t-shirt and the ball duster. Taint toner.
The taint toner? Yeah.
The taint toner, the ball duster, I gave him the stuff I couldn't use, but everything else I kept. So maybe he's a little jealous because those underwears are very comfortable.
Dave Penzer says my money's on Alicia.
Do you hate me or something, Dave? Jesus Christ. You're always busting my proverbial balls, sir.
Hey, you can do more than bust them with Manscaped.
What?
Proud sponsor of the Total Nonstop Impact Show.
God.
Boy, I really hope they appreciate this.
Why every time we get into the Manscaped talk, I turn into like a 12-year-old boy and I can't stop laughing.
I think that's their way of marketing, and we approve.
He said ball sack.
Now we got to talk about Jeff Jarrett because we need him back for we can just do a whole bunch of D's nuts things.
Oh.
Slap nuts. Well, that's done.
My stomach hurts.
Listen up, slap nuts.
Oh,
Bad shit done.
Mercy.
Oof.
I beg you.
Mercy.
What were we even talking about before this?
Oh, we were just talking about we did the Mike Bailey X Division.
He has such a gentle voice.
Yeah.
He does. He does.
He's like a Disney princess. It's wonderful. Just
We
so
get a
calm.
little promo
Jimmy
for
Christmas.
the main event, the last rodeo coming up.
I bet you birds let him on his hand when he's out in the woods.
Deonna saying she's going to end Mickie's career. That's what
Holy shit, I just pictured it.
poor Joe.
With peace and
Oh my
love.
God, I'm crying.
Jiminy Christmas.
Look, he's just walking through the forest, and this sounds like the animated birds are flying around him, and his wife. Who's his wife again?
Deonna. Oh, wait. No, Venus. I was just looking at Macklin's name on my notes here. Sorry.
Veda Scott, right?
It's not even who we're talking about.
Veda Scott's like, oh, the butterflies and the birds and the Speedball's
well, she's a
like,
Disney princess too, so it just makes sense.
Speedball's like, what? This happens every day. All right.
The review's almost over, Bell's Boy. Don't be.
This is what we do.
We're on track tonight.
We're completely on track. We're halfway
We're under
through
an
the
hour.
show.
Boom.
We even had a ton of news or stuff. All right. So, yeah, Mickie James, Deonna Purrazzo, great promo because they've got a hell of a history going into this match. Dave Benjer says, love you, Lisa.
Everybody wants to get the show off the rails for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like riling us up.
If it was on the rails.
It wouldn't be a normal show. I mean, come on. Right?
Speaking of on the rails, has anyone seen the trailer for a movie coming out called Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
I know this story.
I am beyond excited to see this.
It's terrifying to think about. I'm afraid of bears, man. Like, those things can break into your house.
You start talking rails, I'm thinking Cocaine Bear now.
You picture rails, and I'm imagining the Cocaine Bear snowboarding down rails. Because, like, you know, it's like, how are you going to make a full movie on this Cocaine Bear and not have him do some sick lines?
See, and my thinking of the Cocaine Bear just like went off completely left field because I've been binge watching the series of Narcos on Netflix.
I assume it's his pet bear.
So right. So I'm picturing like Escobar, you know, versus the bear, you know.
And this does get back into wrestling because that used to be a gimmick in wrestling to wrestle a bear.
Cocaine bears?
Not cocaine bears, but that would be more than
I'm sure the bears had cocaine.
Well, that's how they paid them back in the day. That's way back in the day. You know, is either a
hot dog and a handshake.
Yeah, no, get that bear coked up. That's why they made the movie. Yeah.
A little bit of booger sugar for the bear.
That's right.
Well, we talking this ain't a down south review.
The booger sugar. Oh yeah.
Cocaine bears love them. Okay, back on track then.
Hey, boo boo. You wanna cut me a line? All right.
We gotta be careful. We're gonna get demonetized, you guys. Jeez. We're just throwing out YouTube no words like nothing.
Oh, we're just talking about a movie.
Cocaine bear.
Oh, yeah.
A booger sugar bear.
What's in the picnic basket?
You gotta stop.
Macklin versus Kazarian.
Of serotonin.
Serotonin!
Has to be about my serotonin.
Serotonin, fuck yeah! Serotonin forever! Oh,
They weren't that hardcore. They're more glam. It was the most glam version of Raven's Flock.
Did you say most glam version?
Most glam version. It was like Motley Crue and Raven had a band together.
We're talking about serotonin and my cat comes running.
Yeah, because she agrees.
The Oreo's black and white, so it's just like the serotonin colors. So she's like, I'm serotonin. I don't know. Thoughts on Kazarian versus Macklin?
Jesus Christ.
And I want my pizzles back.
Thank you, bonus boy. Pretty sure Swinger has wrestled a cocaine bear at some point. And at Bell's Boy.
If not, he should.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Oh, he's been around
Bell's
the
Boy,
industry
thank you for the $5 super sticker. Cocaine Bear and Tony Khan, future Impact Tag Team Champions, matched by Bill. As Alicia would say, Team Booger Sugar.
Team Booger Sugar. Just makes it seem a little less innocuous. Don't do Booger Sugar, kids.
That's bad.
It's bad. It's expensive. There's a reason Tony Khan can do it.
I wanna pay David Penzer to get on the mic just one time, just and be like, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring,
Cocaine Bear.
Team Booger Sugar.
We gotta finish this. This is. I sense that we're just gonna keep hyperfixating on
Right.
the bear
or something.
But what a match between Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian.
Just say no.
This is a good match. They worked really well together. I really dug it. I'll say it until he puts it back on. Where's the face paint, Macklin? I feel like that's just what's gonna really sell me on Macklin. But he's doing a really good job, and he's really building up his momentum. And good job.
Because Kazarian gets the win, but by DQ. Macklin intentionally.
Yeah, for sure.
So we had a couple of these results tonight.
Kazarian's still around.
Second DQ of the night.
Yeah. It was a DQ show.
But it's all like it was like I was saying before, how there's like a couple of segments where it felt like there was like a lot of out of the ring drama happening ringside, you know what I mean? So this is good. I liked it. I'd like to see more out of these two. To see the heights they could climb.
Yeah.
Take each other to another level.
This one, I would have liked to seen this end in a clean finish because it felt like either one could have won, but Macklin's just playing dirty now. So,
forever he's a fence sitter. Is he good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He's the anti-hero. He's a Batman villain. So he's got to put that face paint back on.
He's getting frustrated because he was screaming he wants his title shot.
Yeah, but I agree.
And he needs to get his title shot. I know we talked about this many times with Steve Macklin. It feels like he's really getting pushed heavy, and like he comes off somewhat as a face, but then he does some like very heel stuff that kind of get him back between being like an uber face. So they're riding that tweener line with Macklin.
Mm-hmm.
Get the heat when he needs it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Macklin gets DQ'd. chair shot. And that takes us to Savannah Evans and Tasha Steelz, newly re-signed Tasha Steelz.
Yeah.
And Savannah Evans, who was on the last show 2 weeks ago, go check it out. We had her on for an interview.
She was lovely.
She was. Great having her on.
But definitely some friction going on here.
Yeah. Little condescending there, definitely. Tasha Steelz did not appreciate, So Savannah. Okay, so Tasha Steelz is frustrated because Savannah Evans beat Havoc.
Correct. Yes.
Jessica, excuse me. Which was great. And so now, but Tasha Steelz lost her match.
Well, they lost an overdrive.
They lost. Okay, that's what it was. See, it's it's been 2 weeks, so it got a little got a little fuzzy. Because you watch so much damn wrestling, just everything just kind of gets fuzzy after a while.
Blurs together.
It
and
does.
if you don't want things
It really
to get fuzzy, Manscaped.
That was sly.
That was good.
That was a good setup.
That was good.
It's good.
So Tasha
couldn't have done better.
Was Tasha was blaming Savannah?
Yeah, Tasha asked Savannah where was she, and Savannah said, I was trying to stop you from getting pinned. Not verbatim, but she was like, I was trying to stop them from pinning you, meaning aka deflecting the blame back onto Tasha, and Tasha didn't appreciate that.
Next week against Taya, teach me something, Savannah.
Right.
Savannah's
She's like,
okay.
Yeah. Tasha's like, I'll be out there. I'll be in your corner. You can teach me something. Yeah. So, a little condescending, a little bit of friction. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it.
I hope not. I mean, I like them as a team, but eventually people got to go their own ways.
Right. I love the team, and like I mentioned in the interview, talking about Savannah Evans, not Samantha Evans, Trent.
I can't believe he did that shit. How embarrassing. Never let him live it down.
So unprofessional. We're just talking about, balls the entire podcast. Who's unprofessional? I don't know. But yeah, I love the team because I'm old school, so I automatically think of HBK and Diesel and stuff like that, and it works. It totally works. What? Oh, Oreo likes Diesel too, and HBK. I had to throw that in there. Thanks, Oreo.
There you go.
Appreciate it. So yeah, and eventually, just like any team, like you said, they split up at some point. But I feel like this team, we're just getting to know Savannah Evans.
Fine, yeah. It took a little while, but when she started there, it seems like they have plans for her, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah. She's definitely starting to, and I'm not saying outshine by any means, but yeah, she's getting those significant wins. Like, oh, hey, good for her, So yeah, we'll see what happens with Savannah Evans versus Taya. I can't wait for that one.
That's going to be good. I just want to point out also that they did this segment in front of the storage or the liquor storage. There was a bunch of fresh bottles of alcohol in the background there. It was a beautiful sight.
Ooh.
Looked like there was some Malibu rum.
Made you thirsty.
I do love me some Malibu rum. Give me all the bitch drinks.
Nice. Nice. Let's see what's next here. Gia Miller talking to Eddie Edwards, and Gia's talking about that hand that popped out of the ground, but Eddie's like, "No, I'm not worried about
That's
that.
not.
I am going to focus on the future."
Oh, that wasn't important. It's like you always got to double tap in horror movies, and he didn't do that.
No, you'll learn. I know.
PCO is going to come back looking like that turkey from Thanksgiving.
A little extra crispy.
Yeah. Sure.
Oreo, do you like
your cat is losing his mind, yo?
Right. Oreo, do you like the extra crispy? Yeah. Okay. Cool. She likes it extra crispy too. All right. Focused on the future. Okay. Then we get the continuation of Deonna, Purrazzo, and Mickie.
And we got Delirious. We did get Delirious comment.
Oh, I am so sorry. Yes, Delirious, and I wrote that down too. I just completely skipped over it. Delirious confronted Eddie Edwards at the end of this, got in front of him, but did not say. I was waiting for him to like get in his face and go.
Well, J-Bo, we didn't get that here, but in the next segment before the main event, we got tag team champions Heath and Rhino facing off with the Motor City Machine Guns about let's get this going, let's get this match. Yeah. Then he's like, oh, I'll go to Scott, get this done, and then Rhino goes TVMA promo against the Guns.
That's right. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna rip your face off. Like, oh my God.
We might have to soundbite that Rhino.
I feel like it should be. That was good. I was expecting him to be like, I'm gonna eat your kids.
and then he's seeming like appalled by when he's saying this. Like he's like, oh,
delighted.
And he's like, I love that guy.
Sure does. And the Guns were speechless. I felt like this was one of those moments where they just didn't know what to make of it.
Right. It's because they've seen him like excited or angry like that, but it hasn't been aimed at them.
Mm-hmm.
So when it was aimed at them, they were like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Classic Rhino. Yes. Yeah. Rhino was so on point. They had to censor him. It was crazy. Loved it. So when are we getting this match? Hard to Kill? Or are we gonna get this before Hard to Kill? We gotta wait about a month and a half.
Undetermined. It definitely could be Hard to Kill. Because there's not a ton of time to have it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that maybe headlines a show before the end of the year, but it feels I would say it's probably Hard to Kill.
Here we go. Kill Steal with the hashtag of the night. Hashtag bring back Jack Talos.
And they might. Last time he was there was in Florida. So maybe he comes back this set.
Yeah, I think they gotta hire that monster. They lost the monster in W Morrissey. They need to hire a new damn near 7-footer.
Well, I got Big John, but yeah, but I liked what I saw out of Jack too. So I hope they would do see him again.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm just stepping away for a second. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, getting into the main events, we've got Mickie James continuing her journey with the last rodeo. This time her opponent is Deonna Purrazzo. And Alicia, these two certainly do have some history, don't they?
Battered the shit out of each other tonight, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Though I hate to admit it, that I kind of had a feeling that Mickie was still in the game after this one, and obviously she was. I don't think they'd quite let Mickie go out on a regular show, like a weekly show. I think it'd be more of a pay-per-view ordeal.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're building up with Jordan, if they're finally building up to the retirement, quote unquote.
Yeah. Bill, what'd you think about this match?
This obviously I've been enjoying the last rodeo. Obviously, more Mickie, always welcome in Impact. But Deonna, obviously, if not the best, one of the best knockouts of recent memory. So to see these two go at it again, always entertaining. Definitely the right choice, the main event. Pretty much any time you have one of these known Impact knockouts against Mickie in these matches. If it's not at a pay-per-view, it definitely has to be part of a main event of a show. So they both brought it. I'm with Alicia. Like, it felt like when they had it, it's like it can't be the end for Mickie here. It can't be the end for Mickie here. It's got to be a big moment where she's either gonna achieve and like win the championship again, or it's going to be a passing of the baton is how this has to end. One of the two. Because remember, we saw this, like we've seen it like Gail versus Tessa.
Yeah.
Like we saw that pass. But then we saw other times where some people came back, like where Mickie came back and won the title. Like there's so it could go both ways, but when you're having this long way, you feel like it will be a passing of the torch at some point. So yeah, but still a great match here for the main event.
Yeah. Yeah, and these two, the greatest part about these two being in the ring together is you can get everything from a technical match, just some great catch can, wrestling, to these two knockouts are going to absolutely beat the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we got that in this match, we got everything. So you never know what you're going to get. You're always going to be entertained. Still the best damn women's division in professional wrestling today. And these two women are just a perfect example why.
Yeah.
So,
well, J-Bum, because you know why. Because you had
Hardcore country.
and
I'm not going to do it.
oh yeah, he is.
I'm going to do it.
What? No. Wait, what are we doing?
She's hiding.
Huh?
There she is.
I am the f***ing greatest.
That's a good one. I got worried for a second. I thought you were going to play that one guy laughing.
No.
Guy laughing?
Meltzer? Right? Is that who that is?
Oh, the fake wrestling news.
Oh, God.
Oh.
No.
Nightmare. Fuel.
No, I actually gave kudos to fake wrestling news tonight.
Oh.
Well, that they didn't, like, they broke the EY story tonight after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Which was kind of like, that could have been broken earlier. That could have been broken a couple weeks ago. So I'm glad that they sat on it. So I'll give them credit.
Oh, did they? Oh, so they did put something out?
Well, no, nobody did. But I think it was obvious.
Okay.
With how, yeah.
Well, with everything going on, yeah. There's a lot of people returning to the WWE. And I didn't,
Well, you could read the tea leaves pretty easily a couple weeks ago.
You know what though? I didn't even think about it. I was focusing on, because the build-up, I should say the rebuild of VBD felt so unique.
Oh, it was. But once we saw that ending against Sammy, they attacked him and left him for dead pretty much.
And how they were standing over him was like the big telling there. Yeah.
Yeah, like how Critical Sting
foreboding, yeah.
Like that's, you put the story out right after it goes off the air. That's what they call sitting on a story. It's ready to go at the right time. But usually in today's muckraker business, people get that out as soon as they can to try to be first. So that's good job by Mike Johnson on that.
Yeah. I think they're doing a beautiful job with how they're transitioning Violent by Design. If this is Eric Young's path, like this is the passing of the torch from Eric Young to Diener, it's great storytelling, long-term storytelling. Yeah, it's good job. It's good shit.
And then as Critical Sting says, like, you knew something was going to go down big when that was actually closing the show after that.
Yeah. I got a little confused for a second. I was like, is this like a past thing? But then I realized, no, this is like, it's like going through all the things leading up to what's happening now. And I thought that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks
good
like
way to close the chapter. In Impact's favorite way, murder.
They're not afraid to go there.
They're not, dude.
Like, other than J-Bone, correct me if I'm wrong, like Lucha Underground. I don't know if there's any other wrestling company that's had this many fatalities.
Oh, Lucha Underground was so good at it.
Well, they had Ultimate Sacrifice and all. They were knocking people off weekly, but for a mainstream wrestling company, that's the thing about Impact. That's a little different than everybody else.
Can I say that the best murder in Lucha Underground still to this day was Brian Cage putting his fist through somebody's head?
I missed that episode.
And then they did like a camera was on the floor watching Brian Cage like leave the office, so you saw him taking steps out of the office, and as he did that, there was a lone eyeball on the floor from the guy's head that he just imploded with his fist.
Oh, we got to thank Justin Miller here for the $4.99 super sticker. Thanks, it ain't Justin. Impact unless someone dies.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of favorite deaths, my favorite murder in Impact was when Abyss crushed that guy's head with a fucking rock. In that crazy Hardy tag team thing at the compound. You guys remember that? A lot of people miss that little detail where Abyss grabs a giant like rock and holds it over his head and crushes some guys. It was like some unknown jobber tag team guy, but he got his head crushed by Abyss.
Nice.
That's the one that ends with Ricky Morton and the cherry pit.
Yeah, they go in the cherry.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
And he's
sometimes I wonder if acid was involved.
Well, something was involved. I mean, you get pretty high.
Is that booger sugar bear?
And then I was waiting to say it myself, but then Anna beat me to the punch here. One of my favorite.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies,
he dies.
He dies.
Facts.
Dolph.
Still going today. Still kicking ass. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Shanking bitches in prison, man. Rip EY. Unbelievable.
Yeah. That was wild.
What a freaking episode, man. I mean, the quality of the wrestling in this show, I mean, barring a few DQs, man.
A lot of storytelling.
Yeah. Kazarian versus Macklin. We had two knockouts absolutely killing it. Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James. Even Moose versus Bhupinder. I mean, it's a great. I mean, yeah, Bhupinder lost, but Bhupinder is still growing, and even in a loss
Bhupinder
like this, he did great.
Bhupinder wasn't hurt. Yeah,
right. Right, because he got a little revenge later. So yeah. Yeah, great episode.
And you ended with EY.
He's not wrong.
There you go.
Justin,
J-Bone will make it.
What? Justin Miller says Booger Sugar needs to be a shirt. Laughing my ass off.
Sure does.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I'll put it on my pro wrestling tees.
Kid show.
Yeah, kid show. There goes the monetization. We're selling Booger Sugar shirts.
Well, it's like we're using words. We're like murder and cocaine bear and.
Does it look like I give a damn?
Priceless.
No, it doesn't, Eli.
I tell you what, if this truly is the writing off of one Eric Young,
Super Eric, this run for Eric Young has been tremendous.
Oh, legendary for sure.
I mean, leading factions, holding titles, whether it's a tag title or a world title. I mean, he's one of the best in this company's ever had. Truly is.
Yes. You know? Yeah, Critical Sting says it well here. Don't fire Eric, but they'll kill him.
But they'll kill him.
That kind of speaks of his whole career.
But they'll kill him.
Yeah, they like to do that though. When someone's going to greener pastures.
Let's think about this. He's done everything from roll around in his underwear in the ring with an ODB after they got married to getting shanked in a prison, getting written off. I mean,
he's done it all.
He truly has done it all.
Evil, everything.
Angsty, dramatic. Yeah. He's all over. That is a well-rounded performer right there.
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you what, he can do anything, EY.
That is truly a passing of the torch if I ever seen one, from EY to Deonna.
Mm-hmm.
And Deonna deserves it. He's underrated. I'm not going to sit here and say he's like the best guy on the show, but he's one of the hardest working.
He's very
underrated. He's a veteran to the company, EY, bro.
Yes, he is. And if anybody's going to lead this group with Khan and Angels to the next story, next level, do it, you know.
You can thank ODB for that little team up too, because didn't she date Cody Deaner at one time too?
Oh yeah, they were
the long con.
Well, that's the thing. You don't. I don't know if people realize it. Deaner's been around a long time.
Yeah,
he has a long history.
This ain't his first rodeo.
Yeah.
No, he's been around for a long time. I mean, the two times in the company were about a decade apart, but still.
See, I'm right.
See? Yeah. There you go. So, any final thoughts on this episode before we
very good. Lots of good story building. Not so much action heavy, but sometimes it's nice. We don't always, I know it's the wrestling show, but like we don't always need a full card of matches, a little story build up, little redirection. Yeah, there you go. Reset. That's a good way of putting it, especially since we're leading into some fun things coming up. So it's good.
Yes, the post overdrive.
Yeah.
And no, it was good because obviously we had the reprieve with the best of Thanksgiving memory show last week. Always good to see some turkey suits. Hopefully we get another turkey suit match maybe for next year. But definitely it's building up. Looking forward to see what happens over these next couple weeks, because obviously a lot of it's going to be the countdown to Hard to Kill. And we'll kind of see what all transpires. But definitely looking forward to J-Bone. I think we'll be doing this again with a little throwback tomorrow night. So break out the PBR, and we're going to be doing a little throwdown with IPWF tomorrow night.
I should get some tall boys.
There you go.
Some PBR tall boys. Duct tape them to my hands.
Nice.
That's a throwback.
Get out the old beer cap, a la Jessica. So yeah, is that at the usual time, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I have anything going on, but yeah, sounds good. I mean, it's more, it's not like, oh my God, it's pay-per-view of the year. No, it's the holiday season. You need something.
It's the IPWF.
Well, I'm just saying, you need something to break up the monotony of the holiday season. You need
speaking of the holiday season, I know I mentioned it. We'll go offline. We got to figure out a date, but definitely for those longtime TNI fam, know we have in the past done our traditional near the holidays, our extended show, our marathon that we call it for a charity. We did Toys for Tots previously, and I threw out the idea that hopefully we can do something this year for Joe Doring, the help for him. So we'll figure out the date, J-Bone. I'll see what dates work for you.
There you go.
But something where last time I think we did 5 to 6 hours, like a evening through like kind of an overnight. So probably try to do that again, maybe somewhere near a weekend over the next weeks into the holidays. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully everyone can join.
Slowpoke says, hell yeah, I'm in for nips. Yeah, and Slowpoke's gonna be at Blizzard Brawl this weekend.
Yeah, I actually saw Slowpoke. He had his the Slowpoke toys booth at WrestleCade.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Good to see Slowpoke.
That's great to see, and that's a big weekend too. So yeah, great.
Hopefully he's all rested up. I'm still recovering.
There you go. So, but yeah, let's go around the horn, and we'll get out of here. Bill, where can they find you?
They can find me on the socials at my name, William M. Gardner, or maybe at a show or convention or wherever. So if you see me, say hello. Alicia, where can they find you?
On the moon. I don't know. You can find me. Sorry. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and in the Discord under the handle Alicia B. Cakey. I don't talk much, but I'm lurking, judging, mocking, all the devious shit. Oh, and correcting, because some of y'all just don't know.
They got to come correct.
You got to come correct. I got to teach.
How gangsta of you, Bill?
Well, I know where they're going to find all of us, J-Bone. Opening night for Cocaine Bear.
Jesus Christ.
There might be a Discord watch along.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to watch the bear do the cocaine, I think I'll be fine. It's just so gross. Ugh.
See, I just for my I always think of the scene of Brendan Fraser in Bedazzled, where he's like the drug lord, and I just think of him saying, "La cocaína? La cocaína?"
Cocaine? Jesus Christ.
I'm like, it was like the future, because someday a guy like that would operate a wrestling company. Tell us where you're from, J-Bone. Where can they find you?
I'm from here. You can find me on Twitter at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. You can also find me on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. That's on the YouTube, Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio. And speaking of smashing on your way out, people, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications, so that you know when more of our content hits your screen or your ears or whatever. So, all right, we'll get out of here, folks.
Your ear holes.
Your ear holes. Don't.
Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna get you riled up.
We'll just cut that one.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Later, y'all.
Bye.
Take care. See you tomorrow night.